What's up guys? We're back again with another video. This time, we will create a simple C++ calculator and explain you the code throughout the video. I recommend you to watch our midterm blog that you can find in the description below so you can actually understand each syntax that will be here. But without further ado, enter the intro. Before we do the C++ calculator program, let us first know our objective. First is getting the two numbers entered by the user. After that is getting their choice of operation based on numbered options. Then lastly, calculate the two numbers based on the operation that the user had chosen and show the result. Using this objective, we can simply make a flowchart for us to make it easier.
To create a flowchart, start by adding the starting terminal. Then, declare the variables. Make the descriptions for the input. And for this video, we need to introduce to you a new flowcharting element, which is called decision making. This is equivalent to if-else statement. You can ask a question inside of it that can either result to a true or false. In our program, we can ask, is choice equals to 1? Which means, did the user had input number 1? If the answer is yes, then we can connect it into a process which will add num1 and num2 and show you the output. If the answer is no, then connect it to another decision making, which will then ask if the choice is equal to 2, and so on. The fifth choice should use the more than symbol, rather than the equal sign, so that if the user had input more than 5, then the output should show you an error message. That simply means any number higher than 5 is not on the choice list. If not, then continue as it is.
After we do the flowchart, we'll create the program by writing the default header and using standard namespace. Declare the given variables num1 and num2 should use the data type double so that it can output with decimals. This will be effective when you are choosing division or modulus as the operation. Then the variable name choice with an integer type. Second is the user input part, which the program will ask what number should be processed, then store it to num1 and num2. It will also ask what operation to be used. Then store the chosen number to variable name choice. Take note that the backlash n is just the same with end line. It is used to create a new line.
Following the input part is the processing part that uses decision statements. If the user had input number 1, in choosing the operation, add num1 and num2 and show the results. If the input is number 2, then subtract num1 and num2. Same goes with the other choices. You should use else if you have more than 2 possible outputs. If, however, the user had input a number higher than 5 in choosing the operation, it will output invalid choice.
But wait, there's more. If you run the program, it will surely show you an error. To fix that, let's get back to the processing part and take a look at the modulus operation. In many programming language, when dealing with a modulo, it always uses the modular arithmetic, in which the remainder is a whole number. And when we say whole number, we think of integers. The data type for num1 and num2 should be changed into an integer value rather than the double type, because there is no concept of remainder of a division when dealing with non-integer values. Basically, it's like saying the remainder of the remainder, which doesn't make sense.
This leads us to use static cast, which is a casting operation of C++. This converts num1 and num2 to the integer value, but only with a modulus operation. That means num1 and num2 are still a double data value in other operations and will continue to output decimal number if necessary. There you go, a completely working C++ calculator. We hope you learned a lot and enjoyed this video. Be sure to like,
Subscribe!
And follow us on our social medias.
Once again, thank you for watching. Goodbye!